Hello and welcome to eDTM Season 2 Round 8 Finale. You join us here in qualifying. 15 minutes. We are in the Mercedes at Nurburgring GP. So this race is a 30-minute event, as it has been for the rest of the season. Softs and mediums required. Our strategy will be 7 laps on the softs and 9 laps on mediums. So, we're on our outlap here, just sort of following Tyson round. So, our main competitors today are Tyson and Enra. We need to finish in the top 3 of this event in order to win the eDTM. Obviously, if Tyson finishes behind, doesn't finish first, we can finish lower down, as long as we beat Enra by 5 points. Unfortunately, very tall order. Enra is a very quick driver, if you have seen from the past 5 races, as we did miss the first 2. As well as Tyson, also very quick driver in the Mercedes AMG. So today, it was Saturday this race. Unfortunately, I was not able to stream because of technical difficulties with internet. So this is just a capture of the race, it's the qualifying itself. However, I'm not sure if there is. No, there is not. Unfortunately, I also didn't have sharing voice in broadcasts. So we will be doing a voiceover for this whole event. Unfortunately, I would have much rather streamed this for you, as it does get very spicy during this race. I will give you that little heads up. Just hang on to your seats and all the other good stuff. So as we came out on the softs, we are just going straight out to do our first qualifying lap. So bank lap, we're targeting a sort of a 156 is a good bank lap territory. I think a lap we're going to need is probably in the 54s to guarantee us a space in the top 3. There are points for qualifying, 3 points for first, 2 points for second and 1 point for third, as well as a point in the race for the fastest lap. So through turn 5 and 6, just keeping it nice and easy, not pushing too hard, as it is only our first lap and we are treating it as a banker. We've got Diaco up in front, who is also on the softs. Yeah, everyone's going to be qualifying on the softs, but there are no rules saying you have to qualify on the tyre you start on. Although that wouldn't matter here, as I do start the race on the soft compound. Myself and Matt start on the softs, everyone else starts on the mediums. You can tell that from all the people who went into the pits on the first lap. They've come out on the mediums to select mediums for their race, and they've changed onto softs in the pit lane, so they are on the second out lap. So as we come up to the final chicane, braking at about 120, a little bit later that time, I would admit, a bit too late. Kind of missed that first curb, but it's not too bad. Down into second for the final hairpin. Power on as early as you can to get a nice run down the main straight into turn 1. As you can see, our first lap was a pretty good banker, 155.5. As I said, we are going to need more likely a 154 to claim that podium position, because every point matters in this race. So here's the final, as we have said. So I'm just going to skip ahead now to a bit later on in qualifying. It's a very it's not very exciting, it's only qualifying. So I'll be back with you in a second as we gain a penalty. So this lap is a bust anyway. But 2 seconds and I'll be with you once again. We are now just starting lap 7. As you can see, that last lap we did have a little spin We have 3 minutes to go, so 2 laps to set a time. As you can see, we have Tyson in P1 just set a new fastest lap of a 1:54.409. Enra in P2, M3 guy in P3, myself in P4, Darko P5, Muchalina P6, Maruga Scorpion 8, and Hornet in P8. Maruga Scorpion was P7. I apologise. That was P9 sitting on the edge of the track. So obviously we've got 2.5 minutes to go. We're going to get 2 laps. We are holding currently the fastest first sector. We've been given this timing information from our commentator. We had Ruse Racing Rambles commentating this whole event over on his channel, so if you want to see that, head over to Ruse Racing Rambles. But here we go, into the hairpin. Not a very smooth exit, I will admit. And we are 0.1 second down on our own time of a 54.9. So this lap is not looking good. That middle sector hurt quite a lot. So going around, awful right. That is a horrible right-hander. There's all that gravel on the outside. We did gain a bit of time. We're only 0.05 off our time, but as you can see, we are half a second off of P1. Into the chicane. Not a bad chicane, not the best. Got a bit of a slide on the exit, bit of wheel spin. Down to second. Get on the power nice and early. Into third, use all the runoff. And that is a 54.6, 0.2 seconds. We are into P3, but M3 guy instantly knocks us back to P4. So we are out of the points yet again. So final lap, final chance. Early into second, into third. Little bit of a break to get the car turned in. Nice and easy on the power. Little bit wide. Down into second, down into third. Get third into first. Very early into second, very early into third. Use all the runoff. 0.12 purple again. Down into third through turn 5. Hold nice and inside. Into second. Keep it to the inside. Nice and easy on the power. Use the runoff. 2 wheels on the curb. Into third and fourth. Into fifth. Braking at the grass. We're going to cut a little bit of the corner. Just sort of dive to the inside into second. Nice and early on the power again. We are 0.14 purple after sector 2. Little lift through the Schumacher S just to keep us that little stability. There's Matt in P9. A bit later on the brakes this time, into third gear. Little tap on the brake to keep the car turned in. Coasting through the corner to keep the turn and the grip. We are 0.5 purple coming through sector 3. At this point my heart is racing like never before. It really was. It was horrible. Into second. Very poor chicane there, I will admit. Again, down to second for the final corner. Could have been early on the power. Didn't use that runoff. 54.406, putting us 0.003 seconds ahead of Tyson, and putting us into P1 to start the race. Here we go, starting on pole, thanks to that excellent final lap. So we are on the softs. Everyone else except the TMK Matt in the black and orange Mercedes are on the mediums. See, Tyson goes deep and Rick goes a little bit deep. Contact, he does spin unfortunately, but thankfully we keep it all settled and we are safely through turn 2. We are on the better tyres, so we need to get past Tyson as quickly as possible and without any battling. We need to save these tyres as much as we can. So coming through turn 5 and turn 6, we nowhere to overtake through any of here, really. It's very difficult to get overtakes through that section of corners, even on the tyres. So just sort of sitting behind him through here, because we know the Schumacher S is on its way up, and you can't get a move done through here, not safely. Through the fast left-hander, do get a bit alongside, but pull out of that one. It's just not worthwhile. Get a little, kick up some kitty litter, but we are okay in the end. And into the final chicane. And rounding the hairpin. The exit of this corner is incredibly important as it gives us the run down the main straight down into turn 1 hairpin, which is an incredibly good overtaking spot. So pull out early, just let them know we're going down the inside. Lay 8 on the brakes, just sort of sneak our way up the inside there, holding to the outside, and we are through. Nice clean exit, no wheel spin. And away we go. Round turn 2, we are pulling away. Unfortunately, we don't get the deltas on the left hand side because it is in replay, because some idiot forgot to clip the actual race and their view. They shall remain nameless, so I'm sure you can guess exactly who that was. But coming down into the hairpin, there's quite a few different lines you can take through here. I prefer to cut to the inside and sort of take in like a V shape. Other people like to hang it around the outside and sort of actually take a nice arc through the corner. And they're both the same sort of speed really, overall. Though the arc may give a better exit speed. Not too sure about that one though. We haven't really got any tests of it. As you can see, we are building up that nice gap to Tyson now. This is on Gran Turismo Sport because we started this season on Sport and we are finishing it on Sport. As I have previously said, this is the final of the eDTM. What we need here is to finish in the top 3 to guarantee a win, and depending on where Tyson comes, that can obviously change. You know, if Tyson doesn't win, we could afford a top 4. Yeah, and so on. But as long as we get 5 points more than Enra and less than 15 less than Tyson, we are winning eDTM. Pro-Am. Yeah, there's 3 different categories or splits, shall we say, of the eDTM with the drivers. We've got the amateur split, the Pro-Am, and the Pro. So we qualified for the Pro-Am. Qualification was done by taking the Group 3 Subaru WRX around Kyoto Driving Park for 8 laps and taking your average lap as your qualifying time. And then the top 14 went to Pro, the middle 14 went to Pro-Am, and the bottom 14 went to Am. But again, as we come through the this section of corners, the left and right after the Schumacher S, we are slowly building a nice sort of, maybe a second per lap. We're gaining on Tyson right now while we've got these good tyres. Alright, let's just take you through a lap of the Nurburgring GP from my perspective. Obviously I'm no pro driver, you know, this is just a nice basis for anyone who's wanted to get a little bit faster. So you're braking sort of just before the curb on the left, down into first, and not powering down until you've got a nice smooth exit. A little dab on the brake just to get the car turned in. Power down. Careful not to go on that green, or it does slow you down a lot. Braking sort of on the green again. Nice lift through there, and running it quite wide. You're allowed to use that exit a bit more than track limits. Bit of brakes on the where the cones end, where the tarmac is, and you know you can see my telemetry, but I'm not able to keep up at the moment. I don't want to pause it for you all. But this corner is another tricky one. Braking sort of just on the grass on the left, down in second, sort of letting it coast through, and then powering down when you can see the exit of that inside curb. Through here you can take it flat, but a little lift on entry just to keep the car settled. It does help. Then here you sort of brake in between maybe 125 meters. Not okay. Don't do that. But you're braking about 125 meters, slowing down to third gear, and sort of gently coasting it through. Both those corners you sort of want to be third gear and coast it round just to help the car get that turn in. Flat through that. And then the chicane, you're braking about 125 again. You want to cut quite a bit of this curb and the next curb, sort of straight lining it as much as you can, but obviously not too much or you will get a corner penalty. Here you want to just a little bit of brakes, down into second, and power down as early as possible as it is entering the nice long straight down into turn 1. And we are building a nice gap. Yeah. Just skip down to lap 7 now. Just been sort of building a gap to Tyson, but this will be our in lap. So this season has been organised just to give a little promotional out there for anyone who wants to take part in the next season of eDTM. This season has been organised by DTR Dream Team Racing. Well, DTR Dirk, who I think was the main host of this specific event, the person running in P4, along with DTR Richie and DTR Moon and Papa, who both run in the amateur split. So if you are looking to get more involved with eDTM next season on Gran Turismo 7, get in touch with myself or one of them. You can always leave a comment on one of the videos. We'll take a look through and point you in the right direction. If you're a clean driver and you just want to get better, there's always the AM. As long as you're clean, we've got a place for you. But that next season will be starting in August. There's quite a big gap now to get this next season up and running. But here we go into the pits now. Not a very good entry, quite an illegal entry actually, but it's fine. It's only a game. It's not Gran Turismo 7. Don't have pit line thing on. But here we go into the pits. And there's Tyson staying out, along with M3 guy also staying out for that one extra lap on the mediums. So let's just stay with him for a little bit until we get out. Tyson, as you can see, did a couple of 56s on the medium tyre, very quick laps. Medium tyres are quite different to softs on this track because it's a very technical circuit. Medium tyres just don't have that grip level. but the soft tyres also fall off very quickly, because you know we should be running on a standard track. We'd be running maybe 12 laps out of the 16 on the softs, or we'd be aiming to, but this track is just not possible. Yeah, they burn out so quickly. But as we can see, we have come out in P4 with no one around us. We have no traffic. This is like the ideal pit stop, really. And thankfully, because how GT Sport works, the pit crews are incredibly efficient. Like, you know, they can change all 4 tyres on this car in about 4 seconds. So we go up into the Schumacher S for lap 8. And as you can see, we've got Tyson and M3 guy both now entering the final chicane of their lap. And I believe they both will be coming into the pit lane for their soft tyres. Yep, there is Tyson in with 1 bar of fuel left, along with M3 guy also with only 1% of fuel left. Matt, however, will be staying out on those softs. To come through, we did make a slight mistake on one of these laps. Here we go, round the final corner. Where will we come out in relation to Tyson? So there's Tyson on his way out now as we come down into turn 1. We have a nice corner gap between us now. So roughly about, I think, 3 or 4 seconds was the gap when we got out. But as you will see, that does come down very quickly. Those soft tyres are so much nicer than the mediums. But we are on lap 9, 16 minutes, well, almost 17 minutes into the race. This is a half-hour race, and I probably should have said that. I mean, you know, I'm recording this before I'll say it in the qualifying as well. I'll have given you a heads up to what the race was like. I promise. Maybe. Talking to my future self here. And in past tense, it's strange. But Matt is very low on fuel, as you can see. He's just sort of given us that position. Very nice driver, Matt. He's doesn't get into unwarranted valves. Oh, here we go. So this is how we lose a lot of time. So we slowed down to serve our penalty, and that gives Tyson a lovely, maybe a second or so he caught up through that penalty at least. So now he is only about 2 seconds back. So we're going to have to do some pretty aggressive defending here. As you see, a 159. That's very slow. So come through turn 2 now. We are about 1.5 seconds ahead of Tyson. M3 guy is in 3rd, Daiko in 4th. Enrico Scorpion, after his very early pit stop on lap 4, is up into 5th. Hornet is up into 6th. Mugilina 7, Enra P8. Matt in for his stop in P9, and follow me is P10. So there you go, Tyson is right there now. Through the Schumacher S, little bit of lifting every lap really. I mean, qualifying I was going flat through there because we had no fuel and fresh tyres. it's very easy to go flat, but when you've got a bit of fuel load, and especially on the medium tyres, you do want that little safety lift. You know, just sort of, it gives you that confidence to get out of the corner much cleaner, much faster, much smoother, which is more important than getting in a bit faster and going into the gravel. So, across the chicane, Tyson is extremely close behind us now. Even closer now after that, but he doesn't get the best exit. So we got a little bit of breathing space from that exit there, but he is in the slipstream. We go very defensive very early. Take the inside. And we sort of just sort of move across to the outside, give us a bit more space, so we can get the extra braking distance and turn in. Again, through turn 2, just holding that inside line. Again, through turn 3, just hogging that inside line. Went a little bit wide there, potentially dirty tyres. Again, coming into turn 5, I believe this is turn 5 and 6. So through turn 6, braking early, holding that inside, right on the inside, absolutely. And again, no move from Tyson here, but this is our line. We go on the outside and we sort of dive into the inside and get that sort of nice V shape. But again, just holding that inside line. Through the Schumacher S. Little bit of a safety brake there actually. We actually saw the dab of the lights, just to get the car going in the right direction really. And look at much different line. I cut that corner a bit more than Tyson. Here we go. Coming around that right hander. Tyson looks to the outside, cover that off, he does go just a little bit onto the grass. Then up through the chicane we go. And now we get to do it all over again. And this time, Tyson is even closer. So again, go nice and defensive, nice and early. Let them know what we're doing. Keep them to the outside. Again, just block off their inside line. Again, dive to the inside, hold the inside. Little bump from Tyson. Again, coming into turn 5, braking at the end of the thing, down into third, hit the inside, just hold the inside. Another bump from Tyson. And we've got the hairpin. Okay, quite a nasty exit there actually. But here we go, Tyson pulls out of the corner. Little bit of contact and he's into the gravel, unfortunately. Now, just because I'm nice, I like having the conversations in the comments, so just let me know what you think, because, you know, personally, he's backed off there, he's not alongside of the apex. That little bit of contact, potentially caused by lag as well. I do not think I am responsible or accountable for that off. However, as a driver, there's going to be a little bit of bias. There's always a little bit of bias. So please do let me know in the comments what you thought, because I'd love to know. It's always very interesting. So now we've got no time for a rest either, because we've got M3 guy right behind us now, also on the racing softs. But yeah, if you are enjoying this, do leave a like on the video. It's, you know, it helps the channel and all that, but it just makes me feel happy. It makes me feel good knowing that what I'm giving you is making you, it's enjoyable and you enjoy it. Yeah, you like watching it. and I can choose what to keep putting out. And also subscribe for more of this content. Obviously, eDTM Season 2 is finished after this race, but it will be picking up again for Season 3 in August, and there's plenty more racing to come. You know, it may not be in the Mercedes, but you know, we'll be racing you know, Euro cars, JDM cars, Group 4 cars, Group 2 cars on Gran Turismo 7. Plus we've got the 6-hour endurance event coming up at Nurburgring in the Mercedes. I believe we are running a Barbie livery for that one, supplied by Vanessa. There we go, into the chicane. Chicane, that's a hairpin. Yeah, not a bad exit. Not great either. Bam, 3 guys right there. Yeah, a little bit faster out of that corner actually from him. Again, you can see that my battling with Tyson and with M3 guy is severely affecting my fuel level. Okay, I do miss him on the inside. I sort of veer out after I notice he's there. Here we are, both braking nice and early. I sort of hold that inside, sort of leave space on the right hand side for him, but nice and patient M3 guy, and he waits for the next opportunity. There will be many, but Tyson still in P3, so it's not affected him too badly. But again, free turn 2. Here is Nick. let's just go on board with the lovely Guinness liveried Lamborghini Huracan. Down into third, as you do. Look at that, he's able to dive it much faster in on those soft tyres. He's got right up. Now unfortunately, as you see here, I go a little bit wide through the Schumacher S and do pick up a half-second penalty, which I decide to serve just on this right hand here. Just pull off to the side. So now we are down into P2 with Tyson right behind. So coming into the chicane. Oh, Tyson getting all out of shape. But look at that, that's very much a dive, and he just sort of taps my rear bumper and pushes his way past. In my opinion, in my view, that is not a clean pass, and he should have had to give that back, really. But it's, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, again, give your views on that one if you really want. Plus, actually, another thing you can give your view on is the defending between lap 11 and lap 12 before the incident. I've been accused of blocking, and other people have said it was good defending, so let me know what your views are on that set of manoeuvres. Here we go now. We are sort of on these medium tyres and just losing contact with these two, so let's stay on these two and find the move where Tyson goes. Oh, he goes up the inside into the hairpin to take P1. A very lovely move. With 2 laps to go. and I am losing a lot of distance as I am almost out of fuel. There you go, it's the chicane, down second gear. Let's see if we can make it for that final lap. 10 seconds to go. So it's clear that Mr. Dyko here will not be getting the 16th lap. So TNT, M3 guy and myself all on lap 16. And here comes Dyko across the line for P4. Hornet for P5. Mujolina takes P6. Mariga Scorpion taking P7. And these two still going away. I'm just sort of chugging along by myself. I know Enra does not take P8. He sits and messes around for a little bit on the start line. Leaving DTR follow me number 78 to take P8, and Matt takes P9, leaving Enra and P10, but he's just out here having fun now. And here is Tyson coming into the that fast right-hander just before the chicane. Here is said chicane, braking at about 120, 125 on these softs, down into second. And onto the finish line, and he decides to stop. Leaving M3 guy to take the win. TNT takes second.